Hi, this is Topper Chef. Today's Friday, and you know what? I love Fridays because I come and I want to wind down, and what better to wind down with a glass of wine and a good, nice steak, a ribeye steak. I know it looks very big, but a good ribeye steak with the roasted vegetables that we made today and with some mushroom sauce with onions. Okay, so now you can see my ribeye steak. It's nice, thick, got from the butcher. It's battered dry, and for this all I'm gonna put mushrooms, little more mushrooms, and little garlic, little thyme, and some caramelized onions for the steak. For the steak. Now, for the steak, it's a very simple steak. You don't have to spend too much time on the steak. The maximum time on a steak is 10 minutes. And so it's not about anything. You gotta get everything ready. But the main thing is to get this steak marinated before well. So for this, I'm gonna put some salt, good nice salt, pepper, turn it over, press it down, turn it over, same thing, put some more salt. And let it sit for half an hour or so. So this is what is very simple for the steak. We're gonna slice this onions real kind of not very thin, a little thick. We're going to use this to caramelize the sauce, which is the leftover pan drippings from the steak. Okay, and then we have this mushrooms. Now mushrooms always have water, so you got to cut it not very thin, otherwise they will all get cooked so fast. Okay, so the main thing is the technique of cooking this really well, and so it goes as a good accompaniment for your steak. Hi, this is Topper Chef. Today, I told you it's Friday, and I want to eat a very good steak. We are in Texas. You have to eat a steak once in a while, so I'm ready to cook my steak. This has been marinated for about half an hour with salt and pepper. You can see how thick it is. Oh, I love it. Now my pan is really hot, and as you can see, for this thing I'm using a cast iron skillet. It can retain the heat, and you will see the sizzle. Gotta watch this. Move the oil around. There you go. And now my steak goes right in the pan there. You hear that sizzle. That's what you want for a nice steak. High heat. Absolutely no touching it for 2 minutes now. Okay, so now I'm gonna check it. So it got brown to it. It's on high heat. You don't need to poke this thing. You're gonna brown it really well on both sides. Okay, so like I said, this is a cast iron skillet, so it tends to retain its heat well, and you want it brown like this brown on both sides. So you're going to flip it over and brown it the other side because it was kind of pale. So what happens with the steak is you want to seal the juices in at very high temperature and try to keep it at that temperature so the meat is cooked right the way through. Now, it has to reach a core temperature of 150 to 200 degrees. For me, I like medium well steak. So about 150, 160, that's what it's supposed to be. Now I'm going to turn it down, the temperature a little bit down so it can brown. As it's smoking, we don't want too much smoke because then the fat from the meat is going to smoke and it's going to get charred too much. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it and see how brown. Oh wow, it's nice and brown. And now I'm going to cook this because I want it medium rare, and the steak is really thick. So you want it cooked all the way through. So I'm going to go at least a medium flame, cover it up. This is my oven now. Then once I cover this, it will reach a temperature of almost 450 degrees once it's covered. Okay, so now I'm going to turn this, open this thing, and you can see my steak is medium well because I know I should be a steak master. And I know the temperature is almost reached 150 degrees all the way through. Okay, so now I'm going to look at the brown steak. This is how it's going to be. Okay, so now this is my steak. Now I'm going to show you what is well done and what is medium rare. As you can see, this part is really thick, and as you go, it's thinner. It's smaller here. So when I cut the steak, you'll see this is medium well. That's how people like their steaks. And this is almost, look at this here, and this is right here is well done. So this is how people like their steaks here in Texas, with some blood running and with some sauce on top of it. Okay, now in the same pan I'm going to make my mushroom sauce. All these drippings from the steak is really tasty and we can't waste it. So we're going to make the mushroom sauce, and you can see it's nice and hot. We're going to add the mushrooms to it. Mushrooms already have water, so we're going to move it around really fast. And turn the heat slightly high. To this, I'm going to add my little garlic, and this caramelized, this onion, which will caramelize real fast on the heat and leave some water. So no oil, no nothing. Let the onions caramelize in this on slow heat. Use some water. Okay, so we covered this a little bit, let the steam come in, and you can see the water's come in there. And let's move this around on high heat back again. This is called caramelization, and this is going to be the sauce for the steak. High heat, the onions caramelized, and I got a little bit of thyme, pinch of thyme to this. It's got a nutty flavor to it. ribeye. And to this now I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of hoisin sauce. I like my steak really sweet sauce, which will be good for the mushroom, kill the flavor of the mushroom. Now some places they add wine, and some places they add maybe a beer or some brandy or anything to. This is called reduction, and you can see you're browning all your mushrooms and everything. And this is a good accompaniment for. Look at this, how caramelized the onions are, everything now. Turn this off. Keep it closed for a few minutes. Okay, so now my steak sauce is ready, and the steak has sat down for a few minutes. You always have to, after you cook some meat, you always have to, there you go, leave the meat so the juices sink in properly. And the steak, beautiful steak. I'm gonna have it with the roasted vegetables. And this is my dinner for today.